How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the channel. This is Big Daddy Dave, and this is a map tour for Farming Simulator 22 on the mod map Greenlands. And we're going to start with the description on the mod hub, and it reads, "Welcome to Greenlands. I have converted this map over from FS19 and made a few improvements. This is a fictional map inspired by real farms set in the UK. The map has a total of 100 fields ranging in different shapes and sizes. There is a village called Greenlands. Also included in the map is a biogas plant, grain mill, sawmill, storage yards with sheds, and a long river, and several forestry areas, and a large area at the bottom of the map which you can do anything you wish to with. The map has contracts in all 100 fields. Animal husbandry is built into placeables and can be sold along with all the sheds and the main yard. The gates can all be sold off as a whole by clicking on any gate at the hedges as a whole, and the hedges as a whole by clicking on the red bollards opposite the main farmhouse. There are three main farms in which are 1. Greenlands Farm, with cows, pigs, sheep, and chickens, grain storage, and 3 silage pit along with storage sheds. Number 2, Greenside Farm, cows, sheep, and 2 silage pits. 3, Roadside Farm, with pigs and grain storage. There's also Woodview Farms, with a storage yard and 2 sheds. Hoping you enjoy looking around and playing on this map. Feel free to offer any suggestions as these will be used for improvements. Credits. A special thanks to my fiance and testing for helping with some small stuff and with testing the map, and a very special thanks to Flusty94 for allowing me to use the Stone Crusher lime production. Thank you." The map maker for this is Peter716 and is 237.10 megabytes to download. There are no required mods for this map. If we go ahead and take a look around on the map, this is what it looks like. You start right here, dead center of the map almost. We own all this here. We own farmlands number 1, 3, 6, 14, 16, 18, and 32. You can purchase the periphery. There is no part of this map that is unpurchasable as far as I've found, and you can even buy the road network, which is pretty cool, which includes all the things like the stores and the shops and things like that. Field prices do vary. You can find some very small fields for about $70,000. Some of them are pretty decent introductory price the smaller you go, obviously. So you got one up here, 71. That's a farm up in the northeast. Ring road, because this pretty much goes around in a giant circle, so that's going to be a little bit more expensive, 100,000. Let's see if we can find a really small kind of plot. 77 maybe? Yeah, there you go, 49,000. That's not too bad. So you can just start with the smaller plots and work your way to bigger and bigger, and then you can get up to these ones, 388,000. And these are just the kind of southern expanses that are just wide open for creative juices to flow. Let's see. There are animal pens to start out with. There are contracts available and production chains to start. You do get the lime crusher as well as the biogas plant. There are no collectibles on this map, and there are mods built into this map, so nothing on the screen here. But under the build menu, if you come over here, you'll start to see Greenlands under sheds, under silos, nothing under silo extensions, nothing under containers, nothing under tools. You do have a farmhouse, but it's just a sleep trigger, so it's an invisible spot for you to be able to decide, I want to be able to, sleep here at this house or sleep somewhere else, kind of thing. So that's really cool. You can really kind of set up shop anywhere on this map. You do have the rock crusher lime production right here under production points. You do have a fast food restaurant, as you can see, which will take all those products that are scrolling down at the bottom there. No greenhouses, no orchards, no generators. There are no cows, horses, pigs, sheep, chickens, bees, or others. No fence decorations, as you can see, no lights, and no others. And there are painting swatches in addition to base game. There were no trees or plants that I remember seeing. Yep. So, we start here at the starting farm, as you can see, which gives a good opportunity to look over what kind of equipment we have. So, under Own Items, under Small Tractors, we have the Fendt Favorite 515C and the Massey Ferguson 3709AL. Under Medium Tractors, we have the Landini 7230 Robo 6, as well as the John Deere 7810. Under Harvesters, we have the John Deere T560. Under Cars, we have the Lizard Pickup 1986. Trailers with the Kloss Carrot 140 TD. We have the header for the John Deere, the 625X. We have a stone picker, the Dagelman Signature 7200. Under plows, we have the Convernland EcoMat. Under disc harrows, we have the Horse Joker 4CT. Under fertilizer spreaders, the Amazon ZATS 3200. Manure spreaders, the Brewery Manure Director 14. Slurry tanks, the FarmTech Super Cease 800. Under mowers, we have the K-Brand GMD 8730FF, as well as the GMD 3123F. So we got the rear mower and the front mower. Under tedders, we have the K-Brand GF8712. Windrowers, we have the Samaz Z2840H. Under forage wagons, the Pottinger Faro 4010D. Balers, the K-Brand VB3190. The animals we have under animals we have Anderson Pro Chop 150, so the straw spreader. Under levelers we have the Dusseldorf MSS 3000. Front loaders, the Quickie Q7M. Front loader tools, we have the Albert Pallet Fork, the Universal Bucket, and the Bale Spike. We have a header trailer for our header. It's the Nardi N40 BX. And then under weights, we have an Agco 1500 as well as a 650. So that's all the equipment we have. While we're here, right here at the starting point of the farm, the description listed that you can delete all fences and all gates. Or I'm sorry, all gates and all hedges across the map. You can do that. See this little red, they call it a bollard, little post right here? If you click on this in the build menu, you can delete it. It'll delete all the hedges along the map. And then again, if you click on that gate there, it'll delete it. It'll delete all gates. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the general map tour as I do, showing all the various points with everything all selected. We're going to eventually make our way back to this spot here. Once we come back here, I will delete the hedges and the gates just to kind of show what it looks like after that. So, starting over here, we have a chicken pasture. You can have up to 30 chickens in this pasture. Let me just scroll my notes down real quick. Gonna open this gate here. Oh, there it goes. We have a diesel tank right here we can load into and take out of. We have a repair trigger with our Landini parked in the bay. We have a cow barn right here. Little milk point right there. Our straw point right here. We can hold up to 80 cows. And this is the feed mixer or feeding robot cow shed. So this one's actually kind of cool. You can load into it directly right here, but you come around this front side here. Manure heap right here. If you load into here, your hay, straw, silage, and over here, mineral feed, every hour it will go ahead and feed your robot, or feed your robots, feed your cows with a robot. So you'll be able to just kind of see it on the top of each hour, just kind of chug through and do its thing. Slurry point right there. Turning around, we have us a silage clamp right here. Nice little covered clamp. Another one right here with some more of our equipment. parking bay with our harvester, our header, and our trailer. Some more of our equipment right here. Over here, we have our sheep pen. Can hold up to 65 sheep in it. And over here is our spawn point for our wool. Manure heap straight ahead for our pigs, which are right over here. And we do have a bunch of storage around this yard. So you saw the areas that are being used. They're silage pits, bunker silos, but they got equipment and stuff all parked in there. You got all this equipment parked in here. We got a silo right here, the Pharma 800, so it's 800,000 liters. If we come in here, we have another bunker silo, but if we come right here, we got our pigs. 270 of them can be held in here, and we put in our food right here. The slurry as produced is on the other side with the manure pit. Got more of our equipment right here. Very, very nice. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to run and grab the truck real quick. We've got to actually go on the back side of the property down towards the river, because that's our next point of interest. So, once I grab that truck, we'll go ahead and head down there. Right here. Okay. So now we're just going to come through the yard here. Around here. And right down here, we have a water point. So you bring a trailer down here that can take water. You can fill up right here from this bridge, which that's really cool. And now we turn around, head back, and head out of the farm. We're just gonna head out the front side over here. There we go. Now we just go down the driveway and head out to the main road. You can see that so many of the fields are encased by fencing or I should say hedging, and have a main gateway to in and out of the field. Get to the main road here, and this is just like a large ring road. It just goes all the way around in like a giant, not a circle, but it just reconnects to itself. You're just going to go in an endless loop. Now here is the second farm that you can inhabit. This is Greenside Farm. Headed up the driveway right here. Right about here. So there are no sleep triggers on this map right now. You can put them in. They are built into the build menu, but they just don't come stock. So if we come back here, scroll down my notes a little bit more, we have a diesel tank, lots and lots of storage, covered awnings and the such. Come back around here. Got another bunker silo right here. Here we got a place for some more sheep. 65 sheep can be held here. We've got another cow barn. This is just a normal cow barn though, not one with the robot. 45 cows at this one. Milk trigger is in here. Feed trigger is right here. Straw right here. And on the back side here, you got your slurry point and a manure heap. So this is a nice little starting farm right here. Spawn point for your wool right here. gonna come through here and turn around. Right there we go. Head back out the driveway to the main road. Make a right. Whoa. The only problem about all the hedges and stuff on this map is it's very easy for the cars, especially the smaller ones, to kind of hide. And you really got to pay attention. So over here is the BGA. We're going to leave the truck right there. Open the gate. There we go. So here is your BGA. You can manage it right over here. It's just a normal, as you can see. And you have your output for your input for your liquids right here. You have input for your solids right here. And as best as I can tell, there's actually several outputs for your digestate. One right here, and then right up here at the front, there was another access point right here, another output. Not quite sure the story about that. This is the first one I've seen where there's multiple outputs. Over here is the rock crusher production. As you can see, take your stones, crush them into lime, and it's a 1:4 ratio, so it's a really good production point right here. And if I remember correctly, this looks like it's actually the old version of this rock crusher, because I think this came out with an update after the fact and required water as well as part of the recipe, which this original version didn't require that. So very, very cool. A couple bunker silos over here. And then over here, you have a sell point. This is the BGA grain. Now we're going to head back. Why was I out in the middle of the road? Okay, well, must have caused a delay. Huh. So coming up here, just around the corner here, this is the sawmill. Managing point is right over here, and you can purchase this for $100,000. You've got your output. Sorry. No, that's an input right there. Sorry, I'm just realizing something. So right here is your input for your wood. You got the sell wood trigger right there. It looks like this is a spawn point for your lumber, but that, I don't know why that's showing that symbol, because that's typically like an input symbol. It must be a sell point for wood chips. Let's just confirm that real quick. Oh. Wood chips, yep. So you got a sell point for wood chips, and that is right there. Your output for your wood chips from the production side is right here. That makes a lot more sense. Let's see. Let's shift the notes down just a bit. And we got a little bit of a drive ahead of us, so let's head on over in this direction. Continue heading counterclockwise. Whoa, 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 whoa. Holy smokes. Do not go off the road. Especially at speed, you will not be happy. You're approaching the forest right here. What's cool about this forest is you've obviously got all the trees planted like in rows. It's like one of those that was not recently obviously, but had been harvested, and then humans had come back through and replanted a kind of a new forest for it. We're going to stop right here. This is the Woodview House. This is one of the other areas that you can purchase, the other farms that you can purchase, and you do get a bit going on around here. Some storage and whatnot. Just a small little place. And then across the street, this is Woodview Farm. If we come down the driveway, again, just another little farmland plot that you can purchase if you choose. But this one, just like the other one, is not huge. A little house on there and a couple of little storage sheds. That's about it. So it might be a good place to start off, kind of thing, and then build your way up if you're going to do like a start from scratch, or whatever the case may be. Make another right. We're just going to keep driving over here, and we're approaching the next farm that was listed on the description. Which is right here. We're going to leave the truck right there. This is Roadside Farm. We open the gate. Off to the right here is another diesel tank. Right here we have a manure heap and another pig barn. 270 pigs can be held here. Food is in here. This is a trigger out for your manure. And your slurry point right here. You've got another just kind of storage shed, a silo. This is a farm of 400 for 400,000 liters, so a much smaller one than your base. Some more storage here. Some more here. And that's pretty much it. And then it leads to kind of the farm right here, the little farmhouse. So nice little, again, nice little starter farm. If you don't want the main farm to be like your first thing, you can sell it and put it in stakes somewhere else. Now we're gonna keep heading around. And you can see in the distance there's a bunch going on right over there. We're starting to approach like town-esque kind of area. The town of Grasslands. Or Greenlands, I'm sorry. I said Grasslands. Right here is a production point. This is the grain mill. Purchase that for $96,000. You have your inputs here and your outputs there. Now, one thing before I leave here that I will say. Normally I don't like maps that'll reuse kind of base game productions, but I like how this one's kind of been dressed up to have like the additional kind of grain silos and stuff. It really just dresses it up just enough. You got, I think this is an additional house here next to the grain mill. So it's those additional decorations that just makes it seem less like the base game production point, which is really nice in my opinion. To the left, we have our gas station. Right here, along the backside, we have the restaurant, the fast food restaurant sell point, and right here we have the supermarket sell point. We're going to continue down just a little ways and make a right. And now we're just going to go down this lane a little ways to the next production point, which is right in front of us. This is the carpentry. Can purchase this for $60,000. You have your wood sell point right here, wood sell trigger, and right here is your outputs. So inputs in the front, in the back, and outputs in the front. Now this part is really cool. So far we've been kind of like in the hustle and bustle of the map, but now we're entering the Greenlands wild space. And whew, is it a wild place. Look at that. It is just a massive expanse of nothing. Lots of grass, lots of... If you're a very creative kind of player where you like to build things, this is the area to do it. You're going to be able to do a lot down here. And there's a subtle undulation that's going to just be able to break up the kind of sight lines and stuff like that. It's not just flat and boring kind of deal, which is really cool in my opinion. So continue to come out this way. You can see kind of straight ahead of us is a little rundown kind of barn area. If you buy this plot right here, I mean, this could be your starting farm, really. Like, you could really do like a start from scratch right here. Now, one thing we haven't done up until this point is checked out where we've been, what we've seen. So, we started here at the main farm. We went around and took in everything. The chickens, the cows, the manure heaps, the silos, the pigs, the sheep, the other manure heap, bunker silos, the whole 9 yards. We took in everything. We then came around the backside here down the lane and took in the water fill point. We then went back through the main farm, down the driveway, out to the main road. We then came down here and pulled into the second farm, which I believe was that Greenland Farms? I don't... Greenside Farm, that's what it is. Greenside Farm. We took in the sheep, the diesel tank, the cow barn, as well as the manure heap. We then came out of there, came up here, and checked out the biogas plant. We also saw the stone crusher, the rock crushing lime production, and the BGA grain sell point. Came back out to the main road, came around the corner here, and we took in the Greenside sawmill as well as the wood chips sell point. Back to the main road, went all the way up through this kind of man-made forest, over the river, came over here. We took in the kind of buying points here at Farmland 71 for the first possible farm buy that you could do, but nothing too extravagant or big there. And then went across the street and saw that kind of second farm build that you could do. Came back out to the main road, all the way down here to the third farm, and this is the roadside farm. I think is what it was called. Yes, roadside farm, where we saw the diesel tank, the manure heap, the pigsty, as well as the Farm of 400 silo. Then came back out to the main road, all the way down here across the river again. We took in the grain mill, came down from the grain mill, saw the gas station, as well as the fast food restaurant and the supermarket. Then came out here, down to the carpentry, and then out into this expansive area to right here. Now again, you can purchase this plot right here, $27,000. This one, super cheap, super cheap, and this could be your starting area. I mean, check this out. I mean, it's just a little ramshackle barn, but you know, it's if you want to do a little start from scratch, this is what you can do. You want nothing, that's pretty nothing. So now, head up a little ways, back into civilization, or at least, you know, a little bit more populated area. Come around the corner right here. And we're going to stop right here. And here is your animal dealer. This is where you can come and purchase animals directly when you have the barns and pastures already loaded in. Here's where you can load directly from here, or you can do it at the barns and pastures themselves, or you can take a animal trailer and load directly into that from here and transport the animals yourself. Now if you do buy directly from here just like this, you are charged a delivery fee. Now coming around the side here, so this tank right here, this is the Greenlands Auction Center milk. So this is a milk sell point right here. Over here you have a water fill trigger, so you can get some water right there. Around the side here you have the Greenlands Auction Center wool production point. You can purchase this for $60,000, and this is just a spinnery. You can take your wool and cotton and make fabric. And over here, you have your Greenlands Auction Center bales sell points. So you take your bales and you can sell them back there. Now, head back to the truck. Take in a few more things. As we're approaching the main road, we're going to make another right there. Again, there's the gas station, the fast food restaurant, and the supermarket that we just saw. Got this kind of lining of townhomes right here. And then right here, the last point of interest on this map, certainly not least, this is the shop trigger and repair trigger. So you can see here's the shop trigger for Taylor's Agricultural Engineers. And then back up, there we go, repair trigger right there. And that is the map. That is Greenlands. So now, like I mentioned before, I'm going to head back to the main starting farm. And from there, I'm going to show you exactly what this map looks like if you were to turn off the hedges as well as the gates. So go back to Greenland Farm, head up the driveway, and you'll see that this map will look entirely different without the gates and the hedges. It's going to be a massive, massive change. So, again, to deactivate or to turn off the hedges, that little red pylon right there, you go into build mode, go to demolish. You can, do you want to sell all hedges in the map for $25? So that, or if you click off at demolish and go here, sell, look at that. All the hedges on all the map is gone, and look at just how drastic a difference that made. And now you still have all these fences here, these gates. Go ahead and sell those for $6,000. And now look at that. This map drastically changed, dramatically different. Come back here, you'll see like, look at that, all of it's just gone. And now you can just drive through and do whatever you want to do. So now we're at opinion time. What do I think of this map? Honestly, without the hedges, I'd give it a 0. I'm kidding. I'm just joking. No, I honestly, I never really looked at this map when it first came out. And I'm kind of ashamed that I didn't. Because I really like this map. I'm normally not a huge UK British map kind of fan. Just because I have a hard time remembering to stay on their side of the road, you know, as an American. So it's just I prefer to play on maps where they drive on the right side of the road instead of the left side. So it's just one of those. It's just a personal preference because it's what I'm used to. But outside of that, I love the undulations. I love the field shapes. I love the being restricted to the fields by the hedges, but the nice thing is the hedges don't have collisions, so you can actually, you know, you're not really restricted per se. It's all kind of just built into your head kind of thing. But you've got all these undulations that just make, whoa, that just makes the map just feel like really kind of rolling and, you know, dipping and diving, and there's just so much going on, I feel like. And even though that the vast majority, well, maybe not the majority of the fields, but a good amount of fields are grass, you're doing a ton ton of grass work on this map. Lots of baling contracts, lots of uh, a lot of grass work, just period. That's what you're going to be doing a lot of on this map. But I'm okay with that because you still have, yeah, you have a lot of grass fields, but you also have a lot of just normal fields, normal grain and uh, other types of fields. So it makes it to where it's a good mix, almost like a 50-50, really. Good, yeah, it looks like a good 50-50 mix. And you've got a lot of these kind of dirt lane roads here that will take you in and out of places. It's just, I think it's a really cool map. So 0 to 5 rating, I would give this a solid 4.5. I really like this map, really like it a lot. Very, very good job by what was it, Peter 417? Was that the? No, I'm sorry, Peter 716. I apologize. So, yeah, that is the map tour. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please show me by liking, sharing, subscribing, following, commenting, doing all the things the algorithms enjoy you doing that shows you're engaged with this channel, enjoying the content. And that being said, I hope you have a fantastic day. Take care.